Hello besties and welcome to a different kind of video. Today we are leaving the realms of Animal Crossing and jumping on into the wonderful world of Stardew Valley, and I will be sharing all of my favorite cottagecore themed mods with you guys today. I've got a pretty big list of some of my favorite cottagecore mods that I have wanted to download or have downloaded and used. Solely want to download because my poor Stardew only has 40 mods and it's already suffering. They will be split up into 10 separate categories. Some of them can kind of fit into multiple categories, so I've tried to fit them in one particular category, but these are 10 different categories here. So we have character and fashion, we have map recolors, we've got buildings, forage and crops, furniture, animal mods, miscellaneous, anything menu related, villages and sprites, and then crafting related mods. Before we do get into this video though, make sure to subscribe and let me know what your thoughts on Stardew Valley are. Are you an avid fan? Are you a Junimo Kart god? Would you like to see more Stardew Valley? Quick disclaimer, all of these mods are downloadable through Nexus Mods. I will be leaving a link for everything in the comments or description below. But anyway, let's get into it. So starting off strong with our character and fashion mods, we have number one is this Koi's Girl Sets Pack. This is a really cute fashion set that you can download. It pretty much replaces the farmer's hairstyles, shirts and skirts, and it just gives you cuter options. I don't know, I like the Stardew Valley stuff, but sometimes we just need some cuter options up in here. Coming in at number two, we have the Koi's All Hats Pack. You guessed it, it replaces the farmer's hats and just gives you an extensive list of different kind of hats that you can put on your character. There's some really cute hats in here, like flower crowns, little navy hat, there's a little scream hat as well. Like, there's definitely lots of cool options. There's a chicken, there's a panda, you know, there's so much that you can choose from, and it's a really cool little accessory mod. Up next, we have probably the best mod to ever exist in this game, the Froggy Hat mod. You guessed it, it's just a mod where you get to have a froggy hat. I'm sorry, but could your game get any better? Next, we have the Sweet Skin Tones. So this is a mod that replaces the default skin tones with sweeter ones, and it also brings a single pink skin option, and it's just overall a really nice mod. Next up, we have the Missy's Shirts mod. So this is just a big old mod pack with a bunch of shirts. There's so many different options to choose from, and it really just fills out your catalog. So many options, so many color choices, so I hope that you enjoy these. And our last mod for our character and fashion set is the Natural Hairstyles mod. So it is a set of 72 natural hairstyles, including 8 head wrap styles. This does not replace the vanilla game hairstyles as well, so you do have the opportunity to keep those as well. But there's just some really nice looking mods, and I really like the diversity with these ones. They're just so nice. That is it for all our character and fashion mods. Coming in number two, we have our map recolor mods. Before we get into the first one, there are so many different map recolor mods that I found it really hard to pick some of my favorites. I'm very particular with how I like my cottagecore islands to look, so I've only got 3 different map recolors, but they are really nice. So first up is the Daisy Nico's Earthly recolor. This is the mod that I use every day. It just tones down the sort of bright yellowness of the original game. It's a very nice mod and probably one of the more popular ones that you've heard about. Coming in with number 2, we have a Vibrant Pastoral recolor. This one is also kind of similar to the Daisy Nico one, with these sort of just like muted down colors. This one also recolors the interior, building exteriors, mine levels, trees, big craftables, decor, and more. It's a really nice map as well, and it just gives it that more cottagecore feel to it. Lastly, we have the Rustic Country Town Interiors. While this one is kind of a map and kind of not a map one, I guess like it's the interior of maps, so it's kind of a recolor. But this is a very pretty mod that can change the interior of all of the NPC buildings. They're just really nicely colored, and they also work with the expansion mods such as Stardew Expanded. Coming in for number 3, we are onto our buildings category. We are starting off number 1 with the Alley's Overgrown Fairy buildings. This one is a bit brighter than like cottagecore, but it's got some nice flowers and still sort of a muted feel to it. This one changes all of the buildings on your farm, including your greenhouse, slime hutches, stables and more. It's a really nice mod, and it's so nice to have everything sort of connect together. I really like how this one looks. It's very pretty. Next up, we have a very big fan favorite, which is Way Back Pelican Town. This one is such a pretty mod. This one retextures all of the town building structures and decor. It really just gives it a kind of medieval vibe to it, really cottagecore feels, and it's just so pretty. This is a very, very popular mod and a very top recommendation for a mod to install. Coming in at number 3, we have the Enchanted Garden Buildings. This one is just so cute. This mod does only change the buildings on your farm. It does also include the shed and the little Junimo and slime hutch. Next up, we have another favorite of mine, which is the Medieval Buildings mod. To me, this is Wayback Pelican Town, but for your farm. With Wayback Pelican Town, it doesn't actually change the buildings on your farm. So with the Medieval Buildings, you get that same feel going across all of the buildings, but you can finally change your sheds, your coops, your barns, and your house. This is such a beautiful mod, and it's got these beautiful leaves going throughout all of them, and it's just so pretty. It's one of my favorite mods. Next up, we have the Oasis Greenhouse. This is a really cool mod if you want the opportunity to expand your greenhouse. It gives your greenhouse a wine cellar, a spa, and more, some extra space and all that sort of fun stuff. It's such a pretty little mod. And last on our list, we have the Seasonal Garden Farmhouse. So this one gives you a larger farmhouse and cabin layout with seasonal views, a bathroom, and a small greenhouse. It does also add a little rooftop garden after the second upgrade. It's just a super cute mod. It makes your little farmhouse look super, super pretty. So I definitely recommend getting this one, especially if you like sort of having extra space. It's definitely one that is worth it. Next up on our list, we have our Forage and Crops category. Starting in at number 1, we have the Wildflower Grass Field. It just adds a total of 52 new grass flower variants for 4 seasons, helps to achieve a lively looking grass field. It's just such a nice mod, and I really like how all of the flowers look in each different season. There's even some grass for winter there. Number 2, we have the Better Crops and Foraging. There's going to be a little pattern going, you'll see. These Better Crops and Foraging, oh my goodness, they are some of my favorites. I love how all of the crops and forageables look in the game, but this just gives it a very more realistic vibe to it. It's so pretty. Like, nothing looks so bizarre or out of place. It all really matches up. I don't know, I love it so much. Can you tell I love mods? Can you? Third on our list, we have Ali's Flowers Grass mod. This is another grass sort of mod, but this one changes your grass into a big path of flowers. There's obviously different options for the different seasons, but it's just so pretty, and it can really help add a lot of color to your farm. Next up, we have another better one. We have the Better Artisan Goods mod. Just like the last one, this one changes the texture of the artisan goods, including fruits, and they just look so nice. I'm living for the little like milk in a glass bottle, living for it. It is iconic. I really like how it gives everything a little bit more of a natural look to it, and I just think it's really nice. Next up, we have the Stardew Foliage Redone. This is the foliage only. This is a mod that I have on my game, and it is one of my favorite mods. It changes the layout of the trees, the grass, and more. It's such a beautiful mod, honestly. Like, it just helps add some more character to your island. I highly recommend downloading this one, definitely one of my faves. And lastly, in our forage and crop section, we have the Better Fishing and Beach Foraging. You guessed it, it just changes the texture of all of the fishing and sea forageable items. I really like how all of these look. It just changes the look of it, and I think that they're really cute. Coming in at number 5, we're in the next category, which is our furniture category. We'll start off strong with our Rustic Country Walls and Floors mod. This is a really, really pretty mod. It changes the walls and floors for your house and gives you the opportunity to buy more. Like, seriously, look at the amount of different floors and walls you can get. There's so many different options, and I really like it. Next up, we have, to match this, the Industrial Kitchen and Interior mod. I also have this on my island. It looks so pretty. It just changes the texture and layout of the kitchen, the bed, and the TV, and some other items. It gives us this really nice industrial cottagecore sort of feel to it. It turns a lot of things into trees and plants as well, which I find really cute. It's a really nice mod, and definitely one of my favorite sort of interior mods. Next up, we have the Yellow's Dark Wood and Cream Furniture mod. A awesome mod that just adds new pieces to the game of these beautiful colored furniture. It still keeps the vanilla ones in the game as well, which I really like. It gives you the opportunity to mix and match a little bit, but overall a really nice mod. Coming in next, we have the Garden Pot Retexture mod. This one's another little simple one. It changes the way that the garden pots look. Most people plant the garden pots in their house. I know I do. I think think it's just really, really nice. And last up on this list, we have the Boho Urban Outfitters Furniture mod. This is another pretty sort of like, I'd say less cottagecore and more boho, so it probably doesn't fit on this list, but it does give everything a more muted option. And there's some really nice rugs and other accessories that do fit that cottagecore theme. It's a very, very nice mod and gives you a couple of nice bits of furniture. That is all for our furniture mods. So what is up next? Next up, we have our animals mods. Be warned, you're about to enter cute territory. First off, we have the Elle's New Barn Animals. This is my favorite animal mod and something that I have in my game. This changes how the barn animals look. It does give a couple of different colored options for all of the animals, for instance, solid, pointed, belted sort of patterns to them. It does make them a little bit cuter as well, and overall it's just a really nice mod. Secondly, we've got a list of cuter, fatter mods. Starting off, we have the cuter, fatter cows. This is such a cute mod. It just makes your cows cute and fat. They're just little round boys and they're so cute. It just changes how they look, and I think it's a really cute little mod and have little cute fat cows. Secondly, we've got the cuter, fatter goats one as well. I think it's really cute. It just gives them chubby cheeks. You're gonna sit here and tell me that you don't want a little cuter, fatter goat? Like, it's very, very cute. Next, we have the Chonkins mod, which is pretty much cuter, fatter, but chickens. This does change the textures for void chickens as well. It does also change the textures for the artisan goods and the eggs and milk, which I think is a really cool little addition to add on to it as well. Next up, some of my favorite mods, we have the Elle's Cat Replacements mod. This is just a really cute mod that provides 51 different breed textures to replace with your cat. There's different colors, different patterns as well, and it's just overall a really, really cute mod, because then you can have your cat in the game. See, I'm very fortunate, my cat is already in the game, so I don't need this, but I did for my other cat. And lastly on this list, we've got the Elle's Dog Replacements mod. Very, very similar to the cat one. This one, however, provides 101 different retextures for the dogs. It includes different breeds and colors for all of those breeds, which I think is insane. Absolutely incredible. There's really just no end to having your own pets in this game at this point. A really, really incredible mod. I really, really recommend Elle's mods. Next up, we have number 7, which is going to be our miscellaneous set of mods. I've got a couple of really cute mods that I wanted to share here, so let's go through them. First of all, we're going to start off with the Cottagecore Fences mod. This is a really nice mod that just gives you seasonable craftable fences, and they just look so nice. Like, it's such a pretty mod. It's such a pretty mod. Second on the list is, I know I keep saying this, but this is definitely one of my favorite mods, the Pigeon Mailbox mod. This is so cute. It essentially replaces your mailbox with a pigeon, a little carrier pigeon. I'm sorry, you're gonna tell me that you don't want a little carrier pigeon in your game? It's a very cute pigeon too. Third on the list, we have the Flowery Straw Hat mod. This could have probably gone in a different section. I pre-categorized these. How did I heck this up so badly? Anyway, it is just a straw hat that you get to have in the game, and it changes almost every day depending on the season and the day. It's a really nice mod, and there are so many different flowers that can pop up on the hat. Next up on the list, we have the Succulents mod. This is such a cute mod. It gives you cute succulents in your farm. It gives you the option to craft them and harvest them as well. You can purchase them from Sandy, and it's just such a cute little mod. It just really helps to decorate your house with some cute little succulents. And lastly, on this list, another big favorite sort of expansion themed mod of mine is the Hot Spring Farm Caves. This turns your little cave into a hot spring. It adds another layer, and it's just so cute. It's also really great for recharging your energy. I really like using this one with the bats because then it spawns fruit everywhere and there's so much more space to get fruit. Coming on next on our list, we have our menu mods. Starting in number 1, we have the Vintage Interface mod. This is a really, really beautiful mod. Just gives a sort of white and dark brown background to it. Really, really beautiful, and one of my fave cottagecore sort of menu mods. Number 2, we have the Overgrown Flowery Interface mod. This is another really nice sort of light colored mod, and it's so pretty. It's got fresh vines, dreamy petals, and a little floral romance. It's a very beautiful interface mod, and I think it is highly worth it. And lastly, because I didn't find that many menu mods that fit my cottagecore dreams, we have the Overgrown Flowery Cursor mod. This is a really beautiful mod that pairs with the last one, and this is an updated version of the cursors from the original Overgrown Flowery Interface mod. It just gives you a cute little flower cursor. It's so cute. We are on to number 7 now, our Villagers and Sprites mods. Coming in at number 1, we have Anna's toned down sprites. This is a very subtle one, but it just takes away that super bright in your face color from the characters. As you can see, little befores and afters, it just really tones down the colors and really just helps it fit in with like a new map recolor, all that sort of stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful mod. Secondly, we have Beichu's Portraits. This is a very, very nice mod that changes the portraits of the characters. It does also give a couple of different options for some of our characters. For instance, it gives Myra a long hair option, it gives Elliot a short hair option, and it gives Shane like a couple of different shirt options. It's a very, very nice mod and probably one of my more favorite of the sort of portrait mods. Next up, another favorite of mine is the seasonal outfits. These are the slightly cuter aesthetic mods. This is just for the regular characters. It gives them so many different outfits, so many different portraits, and so many different sprites. I think my favorite is the Halloween ones. They're so cute. Definitely cannot recommend this mod enough. It is such a cute mod and just really adds a lot more character. And lastly, doubling up on that one, we have the seasonal outfits, the slightly cuter aesthetic, but for your Stardew Valley expanded characters. If you know me, I'm a big expanded fiend player lover, and so I really like that they made a mod for us expanded players who really want to be able to add that bit of character to those characters as well. Adds in some really cute outfits. Yet again, my favorite is the Spirit Eve one. They're so cute. She's Cruella, but another really cute one that I would highly recommend downloading. We're coming up to the end. We are in our last category, number 10, our crafting category. Starting off strong in this one, number 1, we have the Eden's Cottagecore Crystallariums mod. I think this is one of the first mods that I downloaded, and it's one of my favorites. It just changes the crystallarium item to a mushroom box with a glowing crystal on top. It's so pretty and so cute, and I highly recommend it. Secondly, we have the Eden's Mini Obelisk Cottagecore retexture. Another one by the same user. It just changes the mini obelisk into a decorative white barrel. Still retains all the functionality, of course, but it just gives it a different look, and I think it's very cute. Thirdly on the list, we have the Primitive Artisan Equipment. Oh my gosh, this mod is so cute. It changes the look of the artisan equipment, like the cheese press, the furnace, all that sort of stuff. It just gives it a nicer look to it, and I think it's so beautiful. Next up, we have Gwen's Medieval Craftables mod. This is a seasonal craftables retexture / recolor mod. There's so many things that it covers. There's a huge list. It just changes, yet again, all of the artisan equipment. It also changes the scarecrows, which I thought was absolutely incredible. And it gives you some new chest options as well. And also a very cute mod with lots of different options. And we are here. We are at the last mod for this video, the Better Gems and Minerals mod. We had to end off strong with these better mods because they're so good. This one is another simple one that just changes the texture of all of the gems and minerals that you find in game. And the geodes look so cool. They look so cool. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video of me going through some of my favorite Cottagecore Stardew mods. I'm a big Stardew lover. We stream a lot of it over on Twitch, so if you want to catch some of that content, make sure to go follow me over there. And who knows, maybe we will bring a little bit of Stardew to the channel, so let me know what you guys thought about this video, and let me know if you do want me to bring Stardew, what kind of Stardew stuff would you like to see. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, I will catch you all on my next one. Bye everybody!